Well, it's looking like a bright Christmas for everyone in the real estate world.
Hey there, everyone. Jamie with Sell for 1%, joined again by the gang, Dave Barlow,
How to
broker,
do?
Jaysen, manager and agent, and Rich Sircone over at Equitable. Rich, you've helped a number of our buyers get into the home of their dreams, and we are here again today to talk about rates here coming up on Christmas 2023.
Well, it's looking like a bright Christmas for everyone in the real estate world. The rates are improving. We are seeing rates in the mid sixes, give or take a little bit on a 30-year fix, which is basically almost a point and a half lower than they were a couple of months ago. So the trend seems to be moving downward. There's expectation that we'll see rates uh, get into the low sixes or maybe the fives. And this is a great time to buy. There's not a lot of buyers out in the market right now. So if you're looking for a house, it's a good time to buy. If you wait until all the buyers are back in the spring, you're probably going to pay 25, 50, or more $1,000 on that home that you're looking for just to save maybe a penny or two on a rate. So I encourage everybody to start looking. If you find the right house, of course, if you don't find the right house, it's not a deal. But if you walk into a house and you say, this is it, be aggressive, make an offer. We'll get a good rate for you, and we'll refinance you if rates go down again.
Yep. Every cornball out there would say, marry the house and date the rate.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, the thing that I saw, Lawrence Young, the economic advisor at the National Association of Realtors, he came out and said that the average 30-year fixed rate might fall to 6.3% in 2024. And I think he was also one of the same guys that his rates were going up a year and a half ago from 3%, that, oh yeah, they'll going to fall back in the summer into the low fives, high fours. And so, and I'm curious as to how these guys make these. I mean, we're almost at 6.3% right now. So is he saying that we're only going to drop another 0.2 of a point over the next year, the election year?
Well, when he says the average rate, and if you look, I'm sitting here looking at CNBC right now, and their average 30-year fixed rate is around 6.7. I'm waiting for it to fly across the screen again. And again, as I say, when I say 6.5, there are people that can get a rate as low as 6.25 if they've got the right favorable mix of things. Lower loan amounts get a better rate right now than the 500,000 or 600,000 loan amount. That's incentivized by the government. Of course, credit scores matter, down payment matters. All of that can change. So that's an average rate. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, Dave. There's a lot of talking heads out there that don't really understand what's happening right on the street level.
So here, also the market is also pricing this stuff in. I mean, the Fed has not cut rates yet, but we're seeing rates come down because they're projecting the cuts. So
Right.
I would expect the rates to kind of move ahead of the schedule, what the Fed's doing, if that makes sense too. So we may get to 6.3 a little bit quicker than what you would think, and then we'll kind of hold there type of thing is what I would expect. It is December, if it's accurate. It's December 21st. And my prediction, not knowing anything, is that we will be in the mid fives by the time that we get to April, May. So 5 months from now, we'll be mid fives. We'll come back and visit this video.
Right.
And then they can pay me as they pay Lawrence Young to be the great predictor. So you can jump in, James.
Thank you. I wanted to say on Rich's point about competition in the spring and your prediction and even if rates only come down to 6.3%, spring is typically hot. Right now at the lower price ranges around 250, and even average sales price is what, 370-ish, 360,
350, thereabouts.
I think that there is a lot of competition there with buyers right now. And at the higher price ranges, I'm not seeing it as much. And so to coincide with Jay's point of date the rate, marry the house, if you're looking in that $400,000 or $500,000 range, to Rich's point, right now might be a great time. And then you can refi if things do come down and not have to fight 5, 10, 15 offers on a $500,000 house right now. Because I do think in the spring, if rates continue to come down, you will see buyers enter the market and competition go up, which prices follow.
Yeah, and like you're saying, we see that every spring where the competition is going to increase no matter what price level it is. That's just kind of the natural ebbs and flows of the market, pending something crazy like COVID lockdown happening in March. I mean, that impacted the market in the springtime. And so, if things kind of just roll on normally and, election year goes through, I mean, normally election years are a little bit slower, but I anticipate, like what Dad's saying this year, that rates are going to be down. We got, the stage is set for peace to be made in some of these, foreign countries. So, I mean, you could really see things kind of pop here. And it's like, right now there's less competition. It's just the way it is. It's, getting dark earlier. It's cold,
Starting
today on Christmas.
Get dark earlier.
Your focus is on Christmas and school starting back. I mean, so if you are able to put some of your effort into home searching and rely on someone like Jaime or me to go find the house, you got someone like Rich or, the guys, Ryan Cochran and those guys that, they dot all the I's, cross all the T's. Me and Rich just did a deal. He had it approved in 9 days. And so, I mean, from start to finish, we can get you in before end of the year still. And it is the winter solstice. And so, I mean, it's crazy that, all we got to do is plug in the right house. And that's why they pay Jaime and I the big bucks. We find them off market. We find them listed. We're finding all kinds of deals for people.
We're huge winter solstice buyers.
Let me interject. Yeah, today's winter solstice, so shortest day of the year. Sun's going to be, have more sunshine each day now until we get to summer. But let me just, real quick, one of the things that buyers don't take into account, I think, Rich, you maybe alluded to this just a little bit ago, is that the latest numbers have come out for November through the Columbus Board of Realtors, just came out this morning. The average or the median home sales price for November was up 4.7% over last year, even though the number of homes sold decreased by 5.8%. So you can wait, another 6 months to try to, maybe get that 5.5% rate, but the house price could be up another 30, 40, 50,000 as we head into the spring. And so what little money you think you're selling on or saving on your mortgage, you then blow away because the value of the home has gone up.
Exactly.
Well, and then the flip of that, Dad, would be the guys that just bought in, November, October, and they did pay 8% interest, 7.8, whatever it is.
Right.
Look at those numbers. Everyone was waiting for the death of the market. And all year long, it's been consistently the lowest I've seen month over month has been a 3% gain.
Right.
So in Central Ohio, nothing has gone down. And now we're climbing back up where it's now 5%, 6%. The spring looks like it's going to be off the hook again.
Yeah.
So if you're the buyer who just bought for 7.8%, you can turn around and refi for your 6.5 or whatever it is.
Yep.
And you're going to make all the equity in the spring as prices continue to go up.
Yep.
And what's causing all of this is there's not much for sale. And, and I think those numbers are up on inventory or about the same, even though new listings are down, just taking a little bit longer for these ones to sell. So no one's giving houses away.
Right.
So if you're waiting for that, you're going to be waiting for a long time. You're exactly spot on. That's exactly what's happening, and I think that the smart buyer is buying today, get the house you want, and then refinance. There's a saying for that. It's called "have your cake and eat it too," and I think that that's where you're at right now in this market. So,
a $500,000 mortgage, if the rates drop a point, which they have in the last 6 weeks or so,
right.
That's a $300 plus savings per month on your payment. So to refinance, almost it's a no-brainer. You know, if rates drop, you just refinance. You save $300 a month, guaranteed for 30 years. What after-tax money, by the way.
Right, but if you look at that and you do the math, $300 a month. Not saying that that's not a good savings, but that's $3,600 a year. If the value of the house over the next year in Columbus at $350,000 goes up 5%, you are at you're much more than $3,600 in savings. You're at 17,000. Yeah, 17,500 is what you lost to save 3,600. My dad used to say, you're bending down to pick up nickels, when you're missing the dollar bills, and that's what that example is right there.
Right.
So,
yeah, but that's also
as more and more
chickens.
And his brother, the Duke brothers, would say, buy. Remember that Trading Places, Rich?
Yes, I do.
The millennials,
Jamie, know what you're talking about.
The millennials might get that one, but
I'm thinking $3,600 is a lot of McChickens.
It's a lot of everything, but 17,500 is 5 times that. So
it's a lot of dollar bets.
It's there. Yeah, a lot of McChickens.
All right. Well, like I say, December 21st, I'm going to send Lawrence Young a note that I think it's going to be down in the mid-5s by the time we get to May.
We are documenting this, Dave.
Consider it documented. All right, guys. Well, thank you for the conversation. Good information. Buyers, if you're thinking about buying, don't let the rates scare you. What should scare you is the escalation of prices are continuing, even though we have a few more houses on the market. We have a great group of guys here, a great team to get you from point A to point B, the point A being starting your look. Point B is closing day, getting you into your home. All of our numbers are here on screen. You have questions about financing, give Rich a call. You have questions about buying a house, give Jay or Jamie a call. If you're thinking about selling, you can give me a call. We're all here to help you with your life-changing event. And if you like this information, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We do this once a week. We talk about where the market is. And when we get to May, we'll flip back and look at this video and see how close I was to my Nostradamus prediction here. So thanks, guys. Great conversation.
Happy holidays.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, everyone.